Hi everybody! Today I'm going to tell you about Quarterly. This is the Quarterly box that I just got shipped to my house, and I was away on book tour when it arrived, but now I'm back and I have been dying to look inside of it, even though I know what's inside of it because I curated it. But I have just been so thrilled to be able to work with Quarterly. Quarterly was an amazing company to work with, and their boxes, I mean, I know there are a lot of subscription boxes out there and I'm not trying to brag on any of them, but having worked with Quarterly, it's just, they care so much about their subscribers and they care so much about giving them a good value for their money, but also something unique and special, that it was just so amazing working with Quarterly. So if you got a box, I hope you've already been able to open it up, unlike me, and have enjoyed it. And if you haven't got a box, I hear tell there are still a few left in the warehouse, so you might be able to snag one if you go quickly. I know that they're selling out really fast, so hopefully by the time I get this uploaded they won't be sold out, and I'm sorry if they do. But they also taped it really good. I'm gonna have to go back over with my scissors. This is the Quarterly box, and this is my unboxing of the Quarterly box, which is kind of weird since I put it together, but I haven't seen the final product. I'm just so excited. But I'm going to cover up my address so y'all don't stalk me. But here's the box itself. It's a really big box, and it has to be because it has so much good stuff in it. And the tape is so cute. I kind of hated cutting it. It's got all these cute little signs and stuff on it. Okay, so here it is. This is so exciting. I'm such a nerd. Oh, yay! It was, the lid attacked me. Packaged with radness in LA. That was also kind of a funny thing because we were all on different time schedules. Okay, so when you first open the box, this is what you see. And it's kind of super surreal to see a picture of myself. But there I am. So the first thing you see really is the letter. Oh, it's so pretty. They did such a good job packaging this, you guys. Oh, and they put a quote under it saying, "We all have these threads, invisible though they be, that connect us." This is the letter that I wrote, and I spent so much time trying to get this letter. First it's just a little introduction, but then they really formatted this beautifully, and they listed everything that's in the box. I mean, I wrote this letter. We listed everything that's in the box, but then also why I picked the things to go in the box. And this was one of the things I just loved putting this box together, was I got to really think about connections and the way books tie ideas together, and I got real deep and meta, y'all, and that's what I loved about this. I'm not going to read you the letter. We'll keep something a mystery for the people who actually got the box. I'm going to tell you a little bit about everything in the box. So the very first item, I picked this before I even picked the other books in the box. The very first item was this cable photo holder, and I really loved this so much that this is secretly the reason why I bought the box, because I was like, this is so cool, I want one. And they're like, okay, we'll get a box. So I had to get a box. It's a photo holder that's, if you can see it, it's a red cable string, and then you hang the string up, and then there's little clips to attach different photos in. And I picked this one specifically. I'm so glad that Quarterly helped me find this one, because I kind of described what I wanted and then sent them on a quest to help me find it, because it was very specific. I wanted something that would hold photographs, but that was also like a red string, because in A World Without You, Bo sees all of time and space like this sort of chaotic tapestry with all these strings, and the string that connects him to the person he loves the most is red. And I got that from this Chinese legend of the red string, that a red string will connect us to the people that we love the most and that we're fated to meet. And so I wanted to get a photo holder that had a red string so that people could put the people that mean the most to them and that they love the most onto this photo holder, and it kind of reminds them of the people that are important. So there's my sappy little backstory behind the red cable photo holder. It's really super freaking cool. I'm gonna have to track these down and buy several, I think. I already have a place in my living room where I know I'm gonna put this because I love this so much. So the first item was the red cable, and I'm really glad that it was on the top because this was actually the first thing that we put together. So yay, that was the first thing. And then we have one of the books. The quarterly box is a little different from a lot of the other subscription box services because it comes with 3 books. And you guys, it was so hard to pick the books to go with this box. I wanted to pick books that I felt like people may have heard of but hadn't gotten yet, or ones that would be a surprise when they compared it with my books. I didn't want this to be a very expected box. I wanted to surprise readers and give them a book that they might not have read or heard about before. I am pretty sure that you guys have all heard of Bell Jar by Meg Wolitzer. This was the first book that I picked to go in the box, and it is a really unique, sort of trippy book that is about a girl who goes to a I don't want to give too much away. It's very trippy, and not everything is as it seems. The narrator is a little bit unreliable. She goes to a school for kids who've had problem past, and she gets selected for a very special English class that the teacher gives them a journal to write in, and the journal leads them to discover things about themselves. That's the best non-spoilerly way I can describe this book. The Bell Jar part of it is the name of this sort of made-up land that they call. I'm really trying so hard not to spoil things, but it's sort of a corruption of Sylvia Plath's poetry book, The Bell Jar. So Bell Jar, Bell Jar. And one of the reasons why I wanted this book specifically is because it does have that unreliable narrator, and it does have that sort of mix between what's real and what's not, and reconnecting with people that you lose sight of, and what is actual love and what is love that we come up with in our heads. It has a lot of those themes that I loved, but I also loved the Sylvia Plath connection. I have 2 favorite poets in my life. The first one is Emily Dickinson, who I'm going to talk about in a minute, and the second one is Sylvia Plath. And I only discovered Sylvia Plath in the last 5 years or so, but she wrote a poem called The Fig Tree, and if you don't know it, go look it up. I'm personally in favor of The Fig Tree as adapted by Zen Pencils, a comic artist that does, you know, quotations of amazing things. But the Bell Jar has the Fig Tree poem in it, and it's my favorite poem of all time. So read this book and then go read the poem because it's beautiful and amazing. Okay, so the second book in the quarterly box is Anne D. Ellis's The End or Something Like That. And we had, this book was the last one I picked, and it was a struggle to find just the right book. And I remember when I was reading about 3 or 4, because I really did want to find new things for you guys. So I was reading through. I spent so much of this last month reading books to find just the right one for you guys. And this one, my editor actually suggested. And I got it on my Kindle, and I barreled through it in just a matter of hours. It was such a fast read because it was so brilliantly funny. And it's odd that I would say that this book, The End or Something Like It, is funny, but it really, really is. Anne D. Ellis's book had the pitch-perfect combination of comedy and heart, and it was brilliant. And I know you guys are going to love this, and I really hope that this is a book that you've just discovered and that you're going to really love it as much as I did. Okay, so the next book in the quarterly box, of course, is A World Without You. Hooray! And they all came with signed book plates, which I kind of don't need, but signed book plates. But the thing that made this version even more special is that, I'm so excited about this, you guys. There are annotations that I hand wrote. There's, I think, 15 of them scattered throughout the book. You can kind of see just how many annotations there are scattered all the way throughout the book. Each one of them are handwritten by me. I got Post-it notes and I went through the book and I made these handwritten things. I even tried to draw on some of those. Y'all don't make fun of the way I draw. I know I'm not an artist. But here, like, I'm talking about how Sophia's thread is red because of the connection between the Chinese legend. I have things like this is a clue towards this actual thing in history, and this is like my secret way of acknowledging something that happened historically. I drew a spider on this one. You're gonna have to read it to find out why I drew a spider there. But yeah, so I'm so thrilled by this. I love the way this turned out, and you can see there are a lot of annotations, and I really think it's going to enhance readers' experiences, and I just love the way they put so much care. Like, the people at Quarterly, this is not just like random sticky notes that have been typed on or something. Like, this is very personal. This is my handwriting that I wrote as I was reading the book for you guys. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of special, I think. Like, it makes me feel connected. A huge theme of this box is how connected we all are. Like, that's why there's strings on the cover of A World Without You, and writing these handwritten notes really made me feel really connected to you guys as well. So I really hope that you love them. This was a really special project for me, and I'm so glad, just so glad that I get to share that with you with Quarterly. Okay, so the last thing in the box, aside from the really delightful packaging that I'm totally going to play with because I'm actually a 2-year-old child, is this note card that features Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson, like I said, is my favorite poet of all time, and these cards are so much fun because they have like they're cut out in the shape of Emily Dickinson, but then there's all these really fun stickers that you can like decorate the card with. And in my note I said that one of the things that writing this book, A World Without You, meant for me was that it gave me a chance to really think about how we're all connected and how we need to stay connected. And a lot of my characters have kind of forgotten the way they're connected to their friends, to their family, to the people they love. It's like their threads are broken. And so in my letter to everybody in the box, I encourage them to use this note card to write a letter to someone they love and just reaffirm that connection. And it doesn't have to be like deep and meaningful and thoughtful. Sometimes just reminding someone that you care about them and just saying, hey, how you doing? I've been thinking about you, means the world. And I know I've had dark times where I just feel like nobody even cares that I exist and I might as well go eat worms, and I know I've had those moments in my life. And getting a card like this, or a voicemail from a friend, or a text, or just a smile from a stranger can really mean a lot. So the very last thing I put in the A World Without You Quarterly box was this note card, just so that you guys maybe have this, use this as a chance to reach out and connect with somebody who you haven't had before. And don't forget to hang up their photo on your cable photo frame. So that is the Quarterly box. If you hear that loud noise that was in the background, that was thunder. So I'm gonna pack this up and go inside before I ruin everything with the vast amounts of rain. But I really hope you like it. A World Without You is now available nationwide in several different countries. The Quarterly box is running out very fast. So if you still want to get in on this, it's an amazing deal for everything that you get. 3 books, 1 signed, with annotations, the note card, the photo frame, everything. I don't mean to be a shill, but I really love what they did here. The End or Something Like It, and the Bell Jar. I hope you guys love this box as much as I have loved putting it together. I hope you love all the books. I hope you love all the products in it, and remember how awesome you are. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me and for reading my books and sharing your reviews and your thoughts. I hope you get the box. I hope you love it. And I hope I get in before it starts raining. Bye, everybody.